going in under the neck with both hands, slipping in at the occiput, this ridge of the skull, the base of the skull, with both hands, and scooping it up. Yeah, so just scooping up, right? My hands stay against the floor as they started. Okay, what's another way? Palms down. And the edge of my thumb, the thumb side of my hand is close to the, I have my palms down on the floor, I slide right into the head, and then I stop because the head, my hands stop at the head. And from there, I start rolling my hand so that the palms are up. Look familiar? Yeah, okay. So that's another way. Was there something else? One hand first and then the other, with the same idea, palms down, coming up against one, being there for it to roll on top of, using the other hand to roll on top, and then slip under with the other one. So that's 3 ways. Okay, so if I plant, this time I'm planting my left hand, I'm starting to roll the right hand under, and once it rolls up onto my hand, it's a little easier then to lift the head from there. I'm going to show you one more way that I end up doing that. All of these things always, as usual, as Alan already said, it's really the person you're working with and yourself sort of dictate how you're going to end up doing, which variation, and you'll be inventing new variations also, because it'll just happen. That's how it happened in the first place, right? These were all invented because someone had the idea of lifting the head, and they met with a person who, for whatever reason, the shape, the size, the weight, it led to a new technique or way of doing it. So another way that's possible is to start by sliding the back of your hand along the floor and going under, pointing the fingers under the area of the neck. And with the little finger side of my hand, I'm coming close to the base of the skull, and I'm starting already a little bit of, if there were flesh here, I'd be I'll do it with a real person. I'd be getting some flesh, and I would take my hand and start squeezing a little bit, and that would start lifting the base of the skull a little bit. And then I can slide this other hand, which is on the other side, I'll do it both sides, under. Okay, I'm going to do it on the other side for the camera. So I slide under, I start pinching my hand a little bit, and I'm saying that because that's what I can remember right now from the last person maybe I did this with. But it's a general idea, right? Sliding under the neck, finding a way to let my hand start to lift the base of the skull, and then this hand can be there either rolling like you learned with the palm down first, or just sliding my hand under. Now I have the neck and I have the skull at the same time. So I'm like this. I've got one hand under the head and one under the neck. And sometimes that might feel safer for someone, or that might just be the way that you feel like you can get under the person because their neck isn't, maybe they're closer to the floor than a lot of people. Some people, there's a big old space there and there's no issue. Or maybe because there's a big space, you feel like you want to support it. Like you don't want that big bridge of the neck to be left hanging by lifting the head and having this space there. Now, I'm explaining from my experience how I feel about it sometimes, like, whoa, that just feels like if I pick up their head, I don't feel like I personally can keep track of what's going to be going on in their neck because it seems like such a wide span for me. So for my own feeling of comfort in a way, I'll go under there and feel like I'm more connected to the person and I feel safer in my own use of myself with them. Okay.